These two boxes of Rallyman are jam-packed with possibility, and it's my intention to highlight all of the interesting things you can do with them. This is Shakedown. In today's Shakedown, we face off against two drivers who, for once, aren't powered by DrWorm's NPC rules. There aren't many Shakedown videos that don't feature a DrWorm NPC or two, and that's largely because I find them to be both great opponents to take on while solo gaming and great teachers of how to juggle the dice you've got left to make the best choice under the circumstances. But that's not to say that they are the only automata available. We've seen some for Rallyman GT that offer ways to quickly move multiple cars, for example, and a look around the community also reveals some options for Rallyman Dirt, in the form of Création Ludique's solo mode and, in theory, Jean-Christophe Bouvier's ghost cars. So let's see how both of these automata fare through this asphalt Col de First Plan rally stage. We'll not worry about weather or tyres, we'll stick everyone in an R6, and we'll just see what happens when a ghost car and a solo mode are let loose ahead of us. Off the start line first is the solo mode car, which is powered by a standard D6. Each turn the car moves however many spaces the die rolls, re-rolling any ones so that it doesn't crawl through the stage at a snail's pace. It prefers the longest route through the stage, so lots of drifting around the corners, and ignores speed limits, shortcuts, jumps, sliding spaces, most things really, before ending its turn in the same gear as the die value rolled. However, from there things get a little different. Before ending its turn, the solo mode car will roll a coast die to see if it gets a single space of extra movement, or if it has already taken 3 matching time cards for the gear it's in, it will roll the associated gear die instead and will crash should it roll a hazard. Whatever happens to the solo mode car, it's basically getting second tokens for every space it moves, but isn't always getting time cards, depending on how often it ends its turns in the same gear. The ghost car is next, and it will operate more or less exactly as it does for GT. We'll roll its die, move it that many spaces, and end its turn in whatever gear value is showing, or whatever the speed limit is of the space it finds itself on. It prefers to stick to whatever lane it started in, so we'll have it go through the inside or outside of the corners depending on which direction they go. That could mean lots of drifting for a slightly higher speed, or lots of clipping through the apex nice and efficiently to get out of the corners quickly. But on this stage it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, making the starting lane choice largely irrelevant, unless it catches up to the solo mode car ahead and has to find a way to overtake. The one major drawback of the ghost car is that it doesn't have a way to generate second tokens, so it's going to have to hope that it can hit 6th gear in places that are impossible for us to do so, else it may well be likely to fall down the leaderboards. Time will tell, as it always does in Rally, of course. Finally then, we hope for no trouble up ahead as we look to maximise the track to the best of our abilities. The shortcuts are ours for the taking, and there will definitely be no mud on the corners on account of the cars ahead never venturing into those shortcuts in the first place. But does that mean that we'll have an easy time, or will all of the ignoring of various rules that they'll do mean a win for the randomness of the dice? Let's find out. The solo mode car doesn't need any of these dice apart from this red D6, and it's got 6 spaces of movement on its first turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes around the outside of that first corner there. It's going to end in 6th gear, so it will take a gear 6 time card, and it will take 6 seconds for those spaces of movement. Does it get an extra second and an extra space of movement? We're going to roll a coast die and find out. It's blank, so it does. Takes an extra second, gets an extra space of movement, and finishes the first turn there in 6th gear. What can it do on turn 2? It's got a roll of 1, which we re-roll. It never moves that slow, so it replaces it with a 2, which is slightly faster, I suppose. It's going to hope for an extra space of movement to save its blushes, and it gets one. It's going to move here. It's going to finish in 2nd gear, and it's going to take 2 seconds back. Next up on the start line is the ghost car, and it's going to move just 3 spaces and end in 3rd gear. Not the best return for him there. He gets a gear 3 time card and hopes to do better on the next round. So let's see what the solo mode car can do. It moves 5 spaces, goes around the outside of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it get an extra space of movement? It does. So it's moved 6 spaces, finishes in 5th gear and takes 6 seconds back. The ghost car hopes to move more spaces on this turn. It's going to move 7 spaces and ideally end in 5th gear. 1, 2, 3 takes the inside because it's on the left. 4, 5, 6, 7 takes the outside because it's on the left. It wants to end in 5th, but that is a gear 3 speed limit, so we're going to have it end in 3rd gear, but further down the track than the last time. So we join the start line, and I think that we are just going to go into this space in 3rd gear. So that's not brilliant for the time, of course, but I think it will set me up a little better for this low speed corner and the next low speed corner as well. And of course it's a safer flat out roll as we get just the one hazard, and finish here in 3rd gear after 30 seconds less the 5 that we got going flat out. The solo mode car is probably going to be slowed down through these corners. It's rolled 2 1s in a row. It's going to roll a 4 to move 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. It gets an extra space of movement, so it finishes in 4th gear with 5 seconds back. The ghost car wants to close the distance, and it's done so with 8 spaces of movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 puts it here. 1 space behind the front runner. It's going to finish 20 seconds down the track and is in a strong position to get an overtake done. I wanted to break down to 1st gear in order to have a bit of a safer run through these next 2 corners. We can get up to 5th gear, and we'll put ourselves here so that we have the option of going through the shortcuts on the next turn. Indeed, if we finish there in 5th, we must go through at least one of those shortcuts. We can't break down to 2nd gear from where we are. But will we get there? I'm going to roll 1 by 1 with these, and we get a hazard on the brake die to start off. The coasts are good, gear 2 is good, gear 3 is good, as is sort of gear 4. I think we are going to spend that 2nd, end in 5th. We'll have to go through the shortcuts on the next turn, but we will at least be within range of some overtakes. Next round then, what's the solo mode car going to do? It's going to get a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it get an extra space of movement? It does. That's going to put it in that drift space there. Let's see what the ghost car can do. It's going to only move 3 spaces. Luckily, it's going to take that inside for one of them. 2, 3 puts it here. It keeps pace with the front runner. No overtake for it yet. What are we going to do? We are going to slam on the brakes to go through the shortcut in 3rd gear there. And I think we're probably going to have to go through the next shortcut as well in order to try to get some overtakes done. So we'll lay out 4th gear and then 5th gear around the outside of the ghost car. We'll see how far through that we get. We've only got 4 seconds in order to secure dice. There's 1 hazard on 3rd gear as we go through the shortcut. And we go through the 2nd shortcut successfully as well. But what do we pull from both of them? The first shortcut was okay, and the next shortcut is also okay. So we are good through the shortcuts. Gear 4 is good as well. So we are going to roll 5th gear to get half of an overtake done on the ghost car. We finish there in 5th gear, and this rally has gotten awfully tight all of a sudden. The solo mode car is first. It's only going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2, takes the outside. Does it get an extra space of movement? It does. So we'll have it move over here. A gear 2 time card and 2 seconds for its movement. I think we're going to break down to 4th to go on the inside there, and then we can do a couple of coasts to get us over there. I think that's probably all we need to do. Or do we want to drop into 3rd on the shortcut there? I think we can do that. It's another shortcut to go through, bit of a risk, but if it secures me turn order, then I don't have to worry about having to pull off any overtakes. So we do manage to get that done. Our shortcut token is okay. The ghost car has some traffic to weave through as it moves 6 spaces. So it's going to move 1, 2, 3, and then 4 on the inside, 5, 6. So it's able to overtake the red car because the red car is in second gear and the blue car is in sixth. Likewise, it's faster than us, but we are in the shortcut, so it wasn't going to check anyway. So it's going to finish in sixth gear all the way over there. So we do have to get another overtake done if we want to show off in this race. That's not necessarily the aim of the game in Rally as we go into the next round to see what the ghost car can do. It's going to roll just a 3 for 3 spaces of movement. So 1, 2, 3. It potters out to the other side of this hairpin in third gear. I'd like to get onto the corner just to block the solo mode car behind, but I don't think that's the best course of action for the time. So I'm going to go coast to coast 4 flat out to get some seconds back. Hazard on gear 4, nothing to worry about. As we finish there a little further down the track, let's hope it doesn't roll too highly. It's got a 5. It is going a long way, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it get an extra space of movement in order to overtake us? It does. So it's going to take turn order from us there. Another 5th gear finish for the solo mode. On to the next round. We're going to see what the ghost car can do. 6 spaces of movement to finish in 6th gear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Manages to avoid the speed limit to finish again in 6th gear. That will do wonders for its overall time. Of course, it can't generate any seconds, so it needs all the help it can get. The solo mode car is going around the outside in 5th gear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Does it get an extra one? It does. Another 5th gear finish. That is its 3rd 5th gear finish. So if it finishes in 5th gear again, it's going to be checking to see if it crashes. Do we need to try to overtake? I don't think we do. I think we're going to go around the outside, because indeed we must, being in 4th gear at the start of our turn. We can go 3rd, 4th. We could go up to 5th. We wouldn't take turn order, but that'll be good for our time if we can get there. We do have a fair bit of focus. I'm going to go one by one on these to make sure we do. We got lots of blank dice so far. 3rd is good, 4th is good. Could have gone flat out. The 5th gear was our only hazard. We finish here, right next to the solo mode car in 5th gear. Ghost car then, to go through the next few corners. It's going to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only manages to finish in 1st gear, however. Let's see if it can speed up before the finish line. We haven't got turn order from the solo mode car. Let's see what it does. It's going into 4th gear. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes the longest way, of course. Is it going to have an extra space of movement? Yes, it is. It's going to block up the corner ahead there in 4th gear. Do we want to go 5, coast, coast, and then 4? Would that be better for us? It would reduce a heavy brake, is what I'm thinking. But we might be tangled up in the corners around here anyway, so I think I'll reverse that. We'll start in 4th and then go up to 5th, and we'll have to go around the outside in the drifting spaces. We're going to go flat out on these and hope for the best. Just the one hazard on a coast die. We finish in 5th gear, waiting for the solo mode car ahead to move out of our way. Next round, can the ghost car finish quick? It can't. It's going to move 1, 2, 3 spaces to end in 3rd gear. Let's see if the solo mode car can catch up. It's going to roll a 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to check to see if it rolls for an extra space of movement, and we hope it doesn't. Unfortunately it does. It's going to finish here in 3rd gear. We're going to break down to 3rd gear. We're going to coast around this corner, and you know, I think I'm going to drop to 2nd. Is that wise? Let's see. This solo mode car is going to go around the outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's likely to be caught in various corners. So maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I do want to stick with the high gears, and unfortunately I'm stuck behind this solo mode car. We're going to go flat out on those then. Hope for the best. Flawless set of dice as we get into 4th gear. Next round, can the ghost car get any further down the track? It certainly can. It's going to move 6 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to end in 6th gear. Let's see what the solo mode car can do. It's rolled a 4, and if I'm not mistaken, it's already got 3 gear 4 time cards. Indeed it has. So it's moving 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to roll gear 4. And if this is a hazard, then it's going to lose control. It is a hazard. Spins off the track in gear 0. I was thinking that the car ahead would stay on track. So, unfortunately, I can't get into this corner and then get the jump on it. So the best I can do is drop to 2nd gear and then come up to 3rd gear and wait for it to move ahead. I suppose it doesn't take too long, but I would like to have got out ahead just so I can carry on focusing on my race rather than on his. We're going to go flat out on those. We finish in 3rd gear as we watch the solo mode car ahead pull out of the bushes and carry on its merry way. But before that happens, we're going to see what the ghost car can do. Can it cross the finish line? It can indeed, but it only does so in 2nd gear. Let's see what the solo mode car can do as it rolls a 3. 1, 2, 3. I suppose it gets out of our way. Is that a coast die to roll or a gear die? That is a coast die to roll. It's the 2nd time that it's finished in gear 3. Gets an extra space of movement. It gets 4 seconds for having done that. We could overtake solo mode car. Luck being with us. We're going to go 1st gear, 2nd gear, 3rd gear to overtake. We can coast through and then coast again and then go 4, 5, 6 over the finish line. I'd like to go flat out just to show off, but I think that's a risk. There's a hazard on the brake die. Gear 2 is good, gear 3 to overtake is good. These coast dice have 1 hazard. Do I want to spend 6 seconds to secure a 6th gear finish? I think I will play it safe. I will do that as we cross the line in 6th gear, and then we just have to wait for the solo mode car to finish. It's going to get 5 spaces of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's already got 3 gear 5 time cards, so we're going to roll a gear 5 die to see if it crashes. And unfortunately it does. It does get the seconds that it moved, so it does get 5 seconds off its time. But those 2 crashes are absolutely devastating for it as it rejoins the track on the next turn. Another 5th gear. Does it explode over the finish line? It does. 3 crashes for the solo mode car, just 2 that counted against its time. Let's see what all these time cards have produced. That was rather eventful, wasn't it? Certainly unexpected in terms of how tight things got, although maybe it should have been expected on account of the randomness of these movement systems. The solo mode car's multiple losses of control didn't help it achieve a fast time. It crosses the line after 5 minutes and 22 seconds, if I've counted everything correctly. The ghost car, despite having no way of gaining any second tokens, manages a time of 4 minutes 50, but proving that control is better than chaos, I take the top step of the podium at just a touch over 3 minutes. It's worth pointing out that on any other day this could be completely different. Indeed, my first attempt at this resulted in the solo mode car finishing just 14 seconds behind me, and the ghost car another 2 minutes behind that in 3rd. So there can be some competition and challenge from these opponents, but it does all depend on the dice rolls. It is suggested that you face off against at least a couple of solo mode cars, perhaps for this very reason, that amongst more than one of them there is, ideally, likely to be a faster and slower car with which to have a tougher time against. What isn't tough, or slow for that matter, is the time it takes to move these cars around the stage. If you're pressed for time, then you can't get much quicker than a die roll or 2 to determine how far something moves. The solo mode does complicate things with the additional movement roll and checking the risk of crashing, but you want something to happen along those lines, because otherwise you're facing ghost cars that don't crash, don't generate seconds, and don't necessarily provide a suitable challenge out on the dirt. But what do you think? Do you have any ideas as to how a simple dirt automata would function? If you do, there's a community out there eager to see what you've come up with. Be sure to share it with them sometime.